Hello, my dear friends, fellow anglers and enthusiasts of the great outdoors. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the fishing forecast for a truly intriguing day. Thursday, October 23rd, 2025. And let me tell you, this day is shaping up to be quite special for us here in the United Kingdom. Why, you ask? Because despite the crisp autumn air and the whispers of approaching winter, the fish are telling us a compelling story of active feeding and excellent opportunities. So grab a cuppa, settle in, and let's unravel what this exciting day holds for your fishing adventures. Now, for those eager to know what's biting and how to catch them, let's talk tactics for a few of our most beloved species. First up, carp. These big beauties are still very much on the hunt. Where to find them? As the water temperature starts to dip, carp will be moving towards deeper, silty areas, typically at depths of between 3 and 6 meters. Why the silt? Because that's where they find a rich bounty of natural organisms like bloodworms, which they're gorging on to build up reserves for winter. Focus your efforts near underwater features, drop-offs, and deep margins. What to use? For bait, I'd highly recommend natural offerings. Think juicy lobworms, sweet corn, or even tiger nuts. Prawns are also a fantastic option that carp simply can't resist. A little trick: try to loose feed little and often rather than dumping a large amount of bait. This keeps them interested without overfeeding. Remember, autumn often brings increased nighttime activity for carp, so if you're feeling adventurous, an evening session could pay off big. Next, let's talk about those cunning predators. Pike. October is prime time for big pike friends. With the colder temperatures, they become more active, emerging from their summer hideouts. Look for them in canals, farm ponds, and reservoirs, especially around weed beds that are starting to die back, or near structures where smaller fish might be seeking shelter. For tackle, a medium to heavy spinning or baitcasting setup is ideal. Lures are your best friend here. Spinnerbaits or jerkbaits that mimic an injured minnow are incredibly effective, as pike are less likely to chase down fast-moving prey. Now, slow down your retrieve and impart plenty of pauses. The key is to make it an easy meal. A little tip: always use a wire trace to prevent bite-offs from their razor-sharp teeth. And for our river anglers, let's not forget roach and chub. These coarse fish are still very active in late October, especially in rivers. You'll find them holding in steadier, deeper runs, behind obstacles, or near undercut banks where they feel secure from predators and strong currents. A float rod or a light feeder setup will work wonders. For bait, maggots, casters, or breadflake are perennial favorites. In slightly warmer, overcast conditions, you might even find them taking a small piece of cheese paste for chub. Pay attention to water levels. Steady or slowly falling water after a bit of rain can bring on a fantastic feeding spell. Keep your rig light and presentation subtle. These fish can be finicky. Now let's dig into the theoretical base and understand why the fish will be behaving this way. The weather picture. For October 23rd, 2025, we're looking at typical autumn conditions across much of the UK. Daytime temperatures are expected to hover around 10 to 13 degrees Celsius, 50 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit, dropping to a chilly 1 to 10 degrees Celsius, 33 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit, overnight. We'll see cloudy skies during the day with a small chance of light rain or even a 20% chance of snow showers in some northern areas during the night. The wind will be predominantly from the west, averaging around 14 to 16 miles per hour, 18 kilometers per hour. This mix of cooling temperatures, cloudy skies, and a light westerly breeze suggests a fairly stable, albeit cold, period. Fish generally respond well to stable, overcast conditions, especially those species looking to feed before a cold snap. Water temperature trends. The water temperature in freshwater bodies across the UK is in a gradual decline throughout October. We can expect average surface water temperatures to be around 14 to 16 degrees Celsius, 58 to 61 degrees Fahrenheit. This cooling trend is the primary driver for fish behavior right now. As the water cools, fish metabolism slows, but crucially, they enter a period of intense feeding to build up fat reserves for the leaner winter months. They're less likely to chase baits vigorously, preferring to conserve energy, but they will readily take an accessible meal. The moon's influence. On October 23rd, 2025, the moon will be in its waxing crescent phase, just 1 to 2 days after the new moon. Its illumination will be very low, around 3 to 4%. Many anglers swear by the moon's influence, and while the waxing crescent is often considered a moderate or fair period for fishing, it follows the new moon, which can sometimes kickstart feeding activity as the moon's gravitational pull begins to strengthen. So, while it might not be a full moon frenzy, don't write it off. The fish might just surprise you. General fish activity. Overall, fish activity across the UK in late October is generally good, especially for those species preparing for winter. Carp, pike, and many coarse fish like chub and roach are actively feeding. Predator fish are particularly energetic as they hunt smaller prey. While some species might become a bit more sluggish due to cooling water, the drive to feed remains strong. This is not spawning season, it's all about packing on the weight. So, my friends, based on all these factors, the stable, cool weather, the declining but still manageable water temperatures, and the fish's natural drive to feed, I'm going to give the overall fishing outlook for Thursday, October 23rd, 2025, a solid good all day. It's not going to be an easy day, as the fish will be in deeper, perhaps more predictable, but often less accessible spots. But for those who are prepared, observant, and willing to adapt their tactics, this day offers a fantastic opportunity for some memorable catches. The key is to seek out those deeper, silty areas, use natural and attractive baits, and fish with patience and a touch of stealth. Well, that's our forecast for October 23rd. I hope this gives you all the insights you need to make the most of your time on the bank. Remember, every day on the water is a good day, but being prepared makes it even better. Don't forget to wrap up warm, stay dry, and always be safe out there. I wish you all tight lines. May you have neither tail nor scale, ni costa ni cheshwi. If you found this video helpful, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for more fishing forecasts and tips, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out. And tell me in the comments below, what are your favorite autumn baits and what species are you hoping to land this week? Share your wisdom, friends, and let's keep this awesome fishing community growing.